It could be argued that a noun is one of the most important parts of speech. Nouns name things like people, places, things, ideas, or qualities. Perhaps a person could be Pat, a place, maybe a kitchen, a thing. How about a balloon? An idea, freedom, and a quality. Let's use beauty. Similar to nouns, pronouns function as a noun. Pronouns take the place of a noun. There are words like he, she, they, them, us. The 9 parts of speech, as a short review: noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, article, and adjective. What I'm about to discuss with you are categories that sometimes get confused with parts of speech, but they really are the functions, the way a noun or a pronoun function within the sentence. Let me show you. Nouns can function in 4 different ways: subject, direct object, indirect object, or an object of a preposition. These are not parts of speech. They are categories of the function of a noun or a pronoun. Here I've listed 4 nouns: Jim, Susan, Ben, and Sienna. These people do not change, but the way they function or interact with each other does. Jim might function as a husband when he's around Susan, which would make Susan function as a wife. Perhaps Jim relates as a father, but only when he's around Ben, which makes Ben function as a son, or Sienna, a daughter. Jim could be an employee, or in his free time, perhaps he's relating to other golfers and using proper etiquette on the golf course. Susan perhaps would relate to Ben and Sienna as a mother. She might relate medically to her patients because she's a doctor, or she could function as a sister-in-law. We already know that Ben functions as a brother when he's around Sienna, but he might be a teammate because he's a hockey player. Or he might be a grandson. Sienna would be a sister to Ben. She could be a pet owner, or maybe a friend. As you can see, there's a lot of different relationships that our nouns can have with each other and other people that they have in their lives. Just as Jim, Ben, Susan, and Sienna are relating differently to the people in their lives, the noun and the pronoun function differently in the sentence depending upon the other words that are around them. Remember, they're functioning as not a husband, father, employee, golfer. They're functioning as a subject, direct object, indirect object, or an object of a preposition. You've probably had this experience too, perhaps at a Thanksgiving dinner, where you are interacting with very many people that easily and smoothly you go from acting as a father to maybe a brother to an uncle. You probably even speak differently to different people when you're interacting, which is probably very wise because it's probably a better idea not to relate to your grandmother like you do to your brother.